What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jack. This is called Yakking with Jack. I do a lot of kayak fishing on the pier, the beach, wherever the bite is, where I'm going to be at, especially saltwater fishing. But in today's video, we're going to be going offshore in a kayak, about a mile, mile and a half, maybe up to 2 miles, looking for red snapper because they're in season, mangrove snapper, mahi, king mackerel, and whatnot. And I want to do a catch a cook. I've been wanting to do a fish pole boil for a while, and I want to do like a beer batted version. So let's get out in the water. Let's make it happen. Let's get it. We've been finally found some squirrel fish now. That's good. It's good snapper bait. That's our main course of action today. He's got a lockjaw right now. He don't want to open it now. There we go. Drop them down. It's usually squirrel fish, usually out deeper here. End of the bar, usually about towards the end of the pier. That's when I usually catch them. Like I'm on right now. Good size squirrel fish. Good for free lining and good. Bonita, I don't have a glass metal jig tied on. Come get it. We can use it for bait. This Bonita crashing all in front of me right now. All right, guys, I got this Spanish sardine right now, and the scale's all coming off, which is not good. He won't survive too long, so I'm gonna hook him in the nose right here. Drop that right there. Put him up behind me. Gary, come on, let's troll. You got a lot of squirrel fish? All right, I'm letting this one behind me. I'm gonna let him go pretty far. It's a fish right here. Dropping down a live cigar minnow right now. See if I can get piped. Yep, already getting piped. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's a good fish. Two speed. There you go, come on. I don't think he's that big. He felt huge for a second. I don't know, nice pulling little drag. Oh. He don't want to give up. He's not bad. He ain't bad. Sorry. First snapper. He's probably about 20 inches. I'm gonna let him go. There we go, fish on. I can't. This one. Is it? Oh, he's keeper. I'm keeping that one. That one's like 22. Yeah, he's better. Excuse me. Alright, guys. Here we go. Snapper number 3 of the day, I believe. But I'm going to keep this one. The other 2 are too small. This one's a decent size, so I'm going to go ahead and keep him. Just got to get these grips in his mouth. There we go. You don't want to come out. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Here you go, snapper. He's probably about 20 inches. So he'll be going in the box for sure. We're gonna bleed him out. And put him in the box. And like I said, this is one of my favorite ways I've targeted. There's two ways I like targeting red snapper on the Navarro reefs. One is, of course, Carolina rig, and this one is free lining. Just gotta sit still. With a 50-pound fluorocarbon leader. Just let him swim down. He's still alive though. He's alive and kicking. I'm gonna get ahead of you a little bit, Carrie. You're still marking fish right here. You getting hits?
Not right now.
There we go. Knock my GoPro down. Ain't that something? There we go. There we go. That's a good fish. That's a good one. I just pulled hook. That was my fault. What'd you say, Kay?
Your hook, no?
Try a pinfish. There's a bunch of fish up in the water coming up real high.
High.
What is this? Good fish on, guys. Not sure what it is though. It's heavy. Feels different. I feel like I just got, maybe, I don't know. Could be a jack. Could be, you know, some head shakes in it. It's heavy, whatever it is. Really heavy. I think it might be a jack. I'm really hoping it's a cobia. Cobia love pinfish. Oh. It's a good fish. I think it's a big jack. Oh, God. I see him deep down there. Huh? Jeez. It's a big amberjack. A nice one. Beautiful amberjack. He's probably 20 something inches, I believe. I'm not sure what exact size is, but it's a beautiful fish. We'll get them down out of here because they're not in season, unfortunately. All right, guys, we are in the kitchen now. We're about to start cooking. I just filleted this red snapper up. I got it in the bag, chilling on ice. If you don't know how to fillet red snapper, I made a video a long time ago, and I'll put a link in the description up here, or I'll put it up here in the corner so you guys can check it out. But we're in the kitchen, and we're gonna cook a beer batter fish po' boy. I've done fish po' boy with sheephead before. Haven't done it with snapper yet, so this will be my first time. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing, but I'm excited. Got that big 26-inch red snapper. Big fillets, gonna drop it in the fryer. Should be good. So I'm gonna take you along with me. Let's get the vegetables cut up, the fish ready. Let's get to cooking. All right, guys, we have our snapper. One fillet here. We got 2 fillets, but you can see how big this fillet is right here. It's absolutely massive snapper. And I'm gonna cut it into manageable chunks so we can fry it up. And the best thing I like to use when cutting fish is, of course, this is a sword 9-inch flex knife. Great knife. If you're interested in these knives, I do have the link in the description. But I'm gonna cut them in about, I'd say, 4 or 5-inch chunks, just like this. And you want to chunk just like that. That way you'll be able to fry that fish up whole. And I bled this fish before I harvested it, so that's why it's like whiter than usual, I guess you can say. It doesn't have that pink tint. And feel for any bones you might have missed. I missed one right here. Gonna cut that bad boy out. Nice chunk here. Feel for more bones. And this one is good too. You know, when you beer batter it, it's perfect thickness so you can cook all the way through, still be moist, and put a nice crispy edge on it. Like this. Now, fish is cut up. Let's get a batter and get a beer. Now that we have our fish prepared, so I got me 1 beer. Got a nice Mexican beer. This is Modelo. I got some actual Louisiana beer batter. I'm going to use that. Simplicity helps a lot. Just going to dump this whole bag in here. Put that to the side. Get us a whisk. Of course, I got this colorful whisk because it's my wife's. And you want to pop open this beer. Might take a sip. That's pretty good. Add 1 cup of beer. So I'm going to add 1 cup of beer, follow the directions. Might have to add more later. We'll see. But that is 1 cup of beer, and you want to whisk it in while you're pouring it. Get all the clumps out. And you want like a nice pancake consistency. Alright, our batter is ready. Let's go ahead and heat up that oil and get our fish prepped and ready to deep fry. Good? Alright guys, so we got our oil hot. Our first step is going to take our fish. We're going to lightly coat it in flour, both sides. That way it'll be extra crispy. Dip it in our beer batter sauce. Make sure to cover it in also. This is very messy, by the way. Let it drip off. It's pretty drippy. And we're gonna put it in a fry. Let it fry up, and lay it away from me. We'll hit the bottom. I'm gonna get one more piece. Do the same thing. That's when I cut the bones off later. Should let it drip off. And let it fry. I'm gonna do 2 pieces at a time just because I don't want to overcrowd the pot. Alright guys, look at this. Nice and crispy. This is honestly probably already enough for the sandwich. Listen to this crispiness. Alright guys, we have our nice French bread sitting right here on the pan. We're about to put it in the oven, but I got some butter melted down with some Tony Chachere's. I'm just gonna paint the outside of this bread to give it a nice crispy. And if you ever had a po' boy, you have noticed that bread is actually kind of crispy on top. Gives a little better texture. So we're gonna take this melted butter of Tony's and just gonna baste the top of it like so. Then we're gonna put it back in the oven. Put it in the oven for 350 for about 5 minutes. Just enough to get it nice and toasted. Alright, now we're gonna make our sauce to go in our bread. Just like tartar sauce, but it's gonna be a remoulade sauce. So you're gonna get some of that good old mayonnaise. We like Duke's mayonnaise around here because you know it's got that twang. About 2 little spoonfuls or so. Some sour cream. Some pickled dill relish or dill relish. Some horseradish sauce, not too much because it can get spicy. Because we got kids eating this too as well. Some of that, I'm not even going to say it, Worcestershire sauce. Go ahead and put some garlic powder in there. Onion powder. Fresh pepper. Sprinkle of kosher salt. A little bit of paprika to add some color. Go ahead and mix that bad boy up. Here's our sauce. I'm going to put that in the fridge, let it stay cold. Alright guys, we have our bread out of the oven, nice toasted. And we got our sauce here. I don't want to say it because I'm probably going to butcher it, but it's called sauce, I believe. Remoulade. So I'm just going to generally add this to the bread. Spread it in a spoon. Both sides, because I'm kind of both sides of the bread kind of guy. I said that before in one of my videos, I believe. And spread this around. Now we're going to place our fish. Let's see if we can do this in a decent way without making a huge mess. I may need to cut some of these down, but I'm just going to apply it like this. And that small piece is going to go right here. Now I'm just going to show you this fish. How white it is red snapper. You ready? Look at that, how white that is. That steam, that crispiness, that's going to be so good on a sandwich. Now let's assemble our sandwich. First step, we got a fresh romaine lettuce. I'm going to put that down here like this. Now I know my girls, they don't like tomatoes and onions, but I'm going to put it on there. They can take it off. This is just for video purposes only. I'm put the fresh tomatoes. And without any sandwich, you have to have onions. And I love some fresh onions. So you got some good old-fashioned white onions. Now we're going to take this, we'll close her up. Try to at least. It falls off. It's just too thick. She's a thick sandwich. And there she is. There's that pole. Cut this up into 4 sections. It's going to be for me, my wife, and my 2 girls. So let's go and cut this bad boy up. There's one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and now I'm going to give it a bite. I love the end pieces. Those are my favorite. I'm gonna get a first bite for you guys. Check out that sandwich right here. It's still steaming hot, very hot. Let's get into it. That was delicious. That's so good, Mike. You want to try a bite? It's going to be very hot, so take a small bite. Take a bite right here. Okay? Is it good? Take chew with your mouth closed. Was it good? Yes or no? Alright. Guys, I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out. So, I'm going to get dinner served. We're going to eat. I'm starving. See you guys next time.